August 30th, 2025. So what I was planning on posting today, or getting work done today, is doing the second half of the LED install. Unfortunately, I had to hold off on completing that and posting that because myself in error provided the wrong size bulb for the fogs. We came across an issue where the brake lights, main and the third, were staying on. Unfortunately, I didn't find that out until a couple days later, so it must have been on for at least 2 days. So I think I have a suspicion as to what that might be, but before we can try and figure it out, we need to move this car to the driveway so that I can have enough room to be able to open up the door completely, because I'm going to need to get underneath the steering column and see what's going on there. So in order to just make sure that the taillights don't burn out, I just disconnected the battery for now. So let's get this going, and enough talking, and move the car back so that we can find out exactly what's going on. So as you guys can see, there's nobody in the car, but yet the brake light is still on. If you guys can see it. So no signs of an oil leak, which is good. I've always worried that she'll eventually develop an oil leak, much like the FD has, and some of the other cars as well. I guess it's just old and oil pan or whatever else, cam seals, or so I'm just really happy that the 20B does not exhibit that. But of course, I might have just jinxed myself, but hopefully not. Well, looky here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I think my suspicion is right. So, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but this appears to be the stopper that just broke into pieces. Yeah. So let me explain it just a bit. But essentially, what this does is, there is an actuator that is what activates the brake lights to go on. And if I can pull somewhere in the parts diagram, I can maybe point it out to you guys and pause it here. But I'm going to spend a little bit of time looking to see if we have something available that's somewhat similar to this part. I know what I did with the FD when the clutch switch went out, and I ended up using temporarily a pin, something similar to if I can find it, something similar to this, but a little bit more thicker, just enough to be able to use. But you guys get the idea. Something like this, really. What I did was I just cut the tip in half, and I was able to get the clutch going and get out of trouble. But anyway, so I'm gonna pause this here. I'm gonna put the car back because I need to close the garage door. I need to go out to the parts store to see if I can find this piece. I'm hoping this is not the type that is specific to the Cosmo. I'm gonna assume that this is a universal part and that I can just grab one off of the local parts store. Because a lot of the parts for this car is NLA, which is acronym for no longer available.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're back. I scoured the net. Didn't really see anything specific to the eunos Cosmo on the stopper. So I just went through the local shops and looked to see which is the closest. Now, where did I put the broken pieces? Oh, I left. Did I just leave it in? Did I not pick them? Oh, I did. So they're right here. So try to get something as close as I could, and I think this will do it. So we'll get underneath the car. We'll see if I can maybe film it and show you what it looks like, and then pause it and then point out the location where you would need to pop that stopper in. So I'll go ahead and get the Cosmo out again so that I have the room and get this thing done. So after backing her up, I noticed I was hearing something kind of like whining, and I thought it was the fuel pump, but this thing actually kept running. So, whoa, what the hell? You guys saw that? What the hell? Ejectocito, cuz. It looks like it's just continuously just loading. Yeah, I think it's gonna do that about 12 times. And I'm wondering whether or not that's what destroyed the battery. Yeah, that's something, another item that I gotta figure out what's going on. And the fact that the touchscreen isn't working. I don't know how quite to do this. I may have to just take the power out, disconnect it, so that it doesn't continue to run. The joys of owning a 90s car. Well, the good thing is that the changer's working. At least it seems like it is. Alright, unless I get stopped after 12 times. Okay. I'm not hearing it anymore. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I'm gonna see if I can just stick the camera in here somewhere so that I can maybe point out where we need to put that stopper. I'm just gonna have to see if I can feel through this. First thing to do is find where the actuator is. Okay, there it is. So it's over here somewhere. I don't know if I can capture it, but it's this guy right here. Let's see if I can.
It's this guy. This guy. And the stopper is going to be placed on this here. So let me just see if I can get some lighting in case I'm not capturing it. Okay, see if adding a flashlight will help. But hopefully I'm capturing it, so that way I can pause the camera and highlight it. Okay, let me see if I can get a better. Okay, so it appears to be same diameter. So what we want to happen is I'm going to use this one as opposed to this right here. It's like it's the same diameter as the one that came off, so fingers crossed that this will work. So the idea here is you want the actuator to be on this pad, not this way. So just gonna have to just slip this in and see if I can capture me slipping it in. Okay, let me see if I can feel my way through. Gotta remember where it was. Press the pedal. And that's the actuator. So that's the actuator, and this is the hole. Let me see if I can. Sorry about the camera, guys. Try to do it by feel. That didn't work. Yeah, I'm holding.
One eternity later.
Okay, so after a bit of doing, finally got it in. If you guys can see it, I'm gonna try to get as close as I can. Maybe put a light into it. Right there. Right there. So you have to be somewhat of a contortionist. Yeah, that's the word. Okay. Now I can continue with the LED install. And the reason for why I need to get that done first is because I needed to be able to drive her to the nearest supermarket where they have a nice big wall, and I could show you the difference between the disbursement of light and the brightness of the light with the passenger LED being LED and the driver's side being halogen, the stock halogen. So now that I can do that and drive the car without any safety issues, I can continue with the LED install on the next post. All right,
test out the brake lights, and that is the third brake light.